Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are looking at some range conflicts, but as you can tell by the giant logo in the middle of the screen, we're looking at the Second French Colonial Empire, which is a pretty long name. But yeah, so as you can see, we have France, of course, Corsica, all their African colonies, including Madagascar, the Syrian area, of course, South China, or I forget what they call it. They have these little islands down here, and then of course Guyana, which they still have today. But yeah, this is the next empire we're gonna see. And yeah, we're just gonna start it. Of course, like every video, Ukraine and Russia are at war. Everywhere else is fairly peaceful, with just the sea territory being taken up. We're gonna go already ahead and speed this up to 5 times speed. And yeah, Belarus, Russia are fighting. But Russia is quickly getting a lot, besides for Latvia, who just forced Russia out a little bit. Okay, we've already seen Armenia is gone. Armenia, yeah, easy. Like, Uzbekistan is gone. And that's actually not really noticeable, but yeah. We see Rwanda gone. Same thing, not exactly noticeable. And Cape Verde, which is gone, that the French Empire actually took over, so I need to be watching this more. Oh, what have I done? That's better. Okay, South Korea, gone. Yeah, South Korea is gone. Hungary is gone. Ukraine is gone, conquered by Poland, actually. And Estonia was conquered by Finland. And Latvia is going in. Okay, green. This is too much. Denmark's gone. Mongolia is gone. Lithuania is gone. Okay, let's keep going. Germany is gone. Slovenia, Moldova. We need to focus on France, who is Poland is taking over. We're gonna have to give them a little boost here. Okay, that should be enough. Might have been a little bit too much. Let's lower that. But basically, France is going to stay alive. Russia's taken over a lot of territory again. Turkey's taken over some territory. Sorry, drink. Sudan is fighting everybody now. France took over a little bit of Liberia, but Sierra Leone got that. Ghana took over some land, and they're fighting Nigeria. Okay, there's a lot going on. Already down to 120 countries. Nigeria is gone, and so is Equatorial Guinea. That is amazing for France. Their African colonies are way bigger. They have a ton of Germany now. DR Congo is getting taken over. South Africa, nothing's really happened. Besides some, looks like some minor wars. Like the South, it's fine. But Venezuela became Grand Colombia, besides for Ecuador. And Panama, yes. So they're still missing some. Yeah, Guyana's going. Second French Colonial Empire. Still doing amazing. Sierra Leone fought back. They're gone. France is fought the Netherlands, and now they're trying to become Napoleon again. But Spain, Iberia, I guess, at this point is blocking the way. There's also not really the flag for these dudes. I believe their flag. We're gonna make it real quick. It's like a white, like some yellow. It has like the little yellow emblem in here. I don't know. Looks like that. We're getting rid of it. It looks terrible. Italy, massive. France, massive. Oh, I don't really like that. Okay, I don't really like that. But what? Oh, okay, Ghana's gigantic. France is expanding all the way over to here. Oh yeah, and something I forgot to add for France is they have a little piece of like Djibouti over here. So we're gonna have to add that for them because they just want to be fair without it, you know. But they had like this, and then of course Djibouti, like right here. Might be a little bit too much land, but yeah, that. France still doesn't have a lot of land. There's a lot of places to cover for them because there's so much land here. Well, they are doing very good. They're attacking some people. They're attacking Turkey, who at this point is very big. Let's see those statistics. So France is currently pretty high up there. They're number 3 right now. And Canada's doing pretty good. But anyway, the second French Colonial Empire, I'm trying to say it in that sense, not fast it, is doing pretty good. You got 10,000. Everywhere else is kind of dropping. Russia is still really high up. I think they have lost land. Oh, never mind. They have Mongolia and like China. That's definitely going to help them a lot in the long run. But Japan is taking some stuff from them. France has most of Europe, but even more of Africa, which is pretty cool. And the USA invades Canada. France invading Brazil. That was the stupidest war ever. They did take out a little bit of countries down in this New Caledonia. You know, over here, and I can't forget what they call this. Like French China? I don't know. South pretty sure it's just South China. I can't remember. I remember liking the name though. But yeah, the Syrian area. They got this area, which is basically just the mainland now. Like it just happened. Oh yeah, the DRC is cooked. Now the African colonies are linked up, which is pretty cool. As long as they can take out Italy, and then it'd be pretty much perfect. And then like Egypt, and yeah, connect them all up. I think that'd be amazing. That's like the best thing we can do right now. They're never gonna make it to New Caledonia or South China, I guess. French China. Speaking of French China, they are basically Vietnam and Laos. That's pretty much it right now. Yeah, Guyana got absorbed by Brazil in that war earlier. Now they're fighting Sudan, and I buffed them a little bit there. They're also fighting Turkey. Turkey would be a major breaking point, because then they can meet up in the mainland with their colonies and potentially link all their colonies up, which would be really great for them. But they are currently second place above Canada. USA still going strong. Still not as big as Canada though. Icelandic Empire. French, Second Colonial Empire. Okay, yeah, South China is gone. See you later. New Caledonia is still holding out. We lost some islands. See, max area. Yeah, we definitely had like 2,000 pixels more. Or wait, we're actually getting a lot back now. We're fighting Argentina for some reason. But yeah, taking out Egypt will be major for us. Yeah, because now we just take out Sudan, and then basically the empires are leaked. Which, right now, there's more of Africa than there is of mainland France, but there is also a lot of mainland France, so, now that's there. Pakistan is huge. Russia is still huge. Russia's definitely the biggest it's ever been. But, oh wait, they're actually not back 100 pixels, but... Okay, France taking over some more area. And Turkey has like, there's like Baltic Turkey, and then we have Black Sea Turkey. Pretty cool. Sudan is actually looking humongous, like these guys are gigantic. We're down to 36 countries, which is very surprising. With Kiribati being the smallest. Yeah, we're gonna have everybody attack them. Kiribati somehow was winning against Tuvalu, which I wasn't trying to make happen, but you know, whatever. France is still going out strong. Oh. That was like the worst thing possible for Italy. We're putting them into crippling debt. We did what we had to do. Okay. Yeah, it was not good. Sudan is taking a lot out of the French. I can't really follow that up after that sneeze, man. That was crazy. But France had now linked their empires basically all the way down from this little southern point of this island, and it's connected all the way up to like here. So they are a colonial empire because they have 3 colonies. Everywhere else is technically not, because they're technically like connected by land. So yeah, this is one of their colonies. And then they have South China and well, I can use the buttons for this. South China and that other one. Because they're losing a lot of Syria. So they have a Turkish colony and then a Syrian colony. Yeah, you want to hear it. Yeah. And, oh, they linked up. No, come on. They're so close. Like, actually, that was insane. So they're basically Africa and Europe at this point. We're nuking them. I forget what that does. Okay. Well, Russia just got nuked. Am I happy about it? Not necessarily, but... Oh, jeez. We need to have them fight back a little bit. They most got back, so that's something. Yeah, they're about to make it a continuous empire, but not through Africa. Through Saudi Arabia, which is absolutely crazy. And then they'll need Turkey. These are like the major roadblockers. Okay, at this point, they're basically encompassed by them. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have them annex Turkey for now. And now we're not going to buff them for a long time. We're going to wait until the year 2600 to buff them again. But we're down to 28 countries. Which is crazy. Yeah, these guys are still second. They're about to be first. We got like, how much left? About 400 pixels until they're first. Which they might be able to do down here in South Africa. But it has been really good for them. They were kind of losing to Pakistan there for a bit. And they're about to connect it up. But not really, because Sudan just took a lot back. But remember, no buffs. No buffs. We still got 100 years. So it's not going to be bad. All of their stuff, okay, they still got a little bit left here of northern Vietnam. And New Caledonia is pretty big at this point. They have like all the Solomon Islands, so they go Papua New Guinea. We are still holding strong over in the Chinese area. That's good. Okay, the original Syrian area was gone. It's back up now. It's gone. It's back in some spots. I don't know. Okay, it's gone again. They have Israel and Palestine, so that's something. They're still in second, but they have lost quite a bit of land since they were about to be first. Mainly right here. Okay, they're gonna try to make it back up here. Which is this Moscow? It is Moscow. This is like has it. Okay, well, you know what happens. Yeah. It looks like they own all of Europe, but they don't. Because technically there's like this here. This right here, that's a lot. And then there's like this and that and that. Down to 25 countries, the smallest being Kiribati. Who has? Wait, Kiribati. I don't know. What do they have? Let's see. Yeah, they definitely have some. Oh, they got New Caledonia now. They took over New Caledonia. Okay, I can't buff them yet. Oh no. We're losing New Caledonia. Oh wait. Okay, we won some of it back. We're fine. We're doing okay. Ooh. So, this isn't really France anymore. Well, no. There's not France. Come on, 2 years, man. 2 years. Yeah, so they have none of France anymore, and now it looks like Iceland is the Napoleonic Empire. That's not good. It's like its own sector. Okay, it's past that year now. So here was what we can do. We can go like that. We can go this. And we can go ka-chow. That's what you get, Iceland. France is restored. I don't know what's going on over here. I haven't touched up over there in a while. We got 24 countries left now. Russia's still getting bigger, and so is the French Empire. Let's see. Canada's losing a lot of land. France still holding out. They're winning some battles. They are also losing some battles. Okay, they just won a lot of battles there. So yeah, they just gained a lot of land. That's pretty nice. They just took first. I don't know when that happened, but they are at their peak right now. But Russia's peak was actually bigger than that, so that's crazy. France still has this little tiny piece. And Malaysia's name is over it, which is kind of weird. But they still have this little area. So here's what we're going to do. Boom. 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 So we just brought back South China. Looks fine to me. They are still winning a lot of fights over there. They have not taken over China yet, and India is still here. France is constantly at war. Let's have a peace out. So now all this land is like theirs. And then we're going to go attacking these guys again. They're at war for Brazil, but it's not like Argentina. That's kind of big now. Because that was Mexico and Brazil and Nicaragua. I'm talking into a can here of Coke. Coca-Cola. Kind of boring right now. I'm gonna try to make this entertaining, and how we're gonna do that is we're gonna have them go fully at war with Australia. Attack. That should not be possible. The odds completely reversed from how I had it, so that's just how unlucky I am. But now they have an Australian. I would call this mainly Eastern Australia. The Eastern Australian camp. And then it's like the mainland over here. The mainland here. Saudi Arabia stays in our way, but it's fine. They had South China, which took some hits. That's better. Okay, we're winning against Russia. About almost the year 3000, we got 250 years left or so. We just connected up the empires. Not fully, but look at this. The Mediterranean is owned by France. Look at this, this is beautiful. This little strip of land that used to be fully ours, like this used to be like, that's really all we had over here, is now back to us. A monumental day in French history. We are now 30,000 pixels big. Most of that's from, most of that's definitely from Australia. Our max was like, now this is our max. This is like the biggest we've ever been. We've been 1 pixel bigger actually, 4 pixels bigger. But we're still there. Sweden somehow still exists up here. Don't know how I didn't realize that. And Iceland's still up there. I don't really like that. That's disgusting. Ugh. Okay, back over to France. The French Empire. They were taking it on China. And they said they just wanted to take the middle. So they can cut off like the good areas of China over here. Okay, we're kind of in a boring part now. There's only 19 countries left. Okay, yeah, what is cure body? You can do it, man. Military operation. Get military operated. Okay. Let's see, yeah. The smallest is now Iceland. So I think that's a good pace. We're going to leave it like that for a while. What is the Maldives? Have this land down here that was once theirs. Oh. Man, it looks so good. Now it looks good. There we go. Exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe something like this. Now. That wasn't so bad. Gotta take off the gauntlet. Like it never existed. So now we got the main French Empire, which is like a straight line down. We got this little sea territories that they have over here. We got the Pacific territory, and we got the South Chinese territory. Which is the Pacific territory spans all the way down to here. Very interesting. The United States making a comeback against Mexico, who is now dying a little bit actually. And this is the first time I've ever seen all three of them survive until like the very end. I think one of them would die around 50, but they are all surviving, so. But it looks kind of like Mexico's downfall right now. France looks like they've almost taken all of Europe. This border looks to be too far, but it is what it is. So they have most of Europe, most of it. They have most of Africa, most of Australia, a little bit of Asia over here, and I guess over here. And they don't really have anything anywhere else, so I think they have the Pacific area, and if you count this, if you count that, South America, then sure. We definitely have land on the other 4 continents, besides the Americas, which they should be focusing on next, I would say. Here's France. Just took over all of Britain. Pretty exciting. What was Brazil again? Never happened. Nothing ever happens. But Argentina and Brazil are actually looking about the same right now, but Brazil looks bigger. Yeah, Russia is very big, but the French Empire is up there. So if the statistics were like this, I'd be like, wow, where's all the land? And then you scroll up and then you see the French Empire, so. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna stop them, honestly. We're definitely gonna stop everybody. From above, maybe. Okay, they're fighting. I don't know if they haven't taken out Sweden yet. Okay. That works. Iceland. Still being cooked. Canada, taking a little bit of Iceland. Why am I focusing on this? Let's get back to the main thing. Sweden is still here. Still. Sweden took back some of they took back the British Isles. Or half of it, I would say. But we have taken a good amount of Europe again. Even more now. Okay. Still. Very boring part. You know what? Sea of Philippines. Okay, Indonesia got most of that. And you know what? Sea of Iceland. Or wait, this is Nicaragua now. Okay. I'm looking good now. India. Okay. I'm gonna have to speed this up. This is getting too slow for me. I can't handle this anymore. Let's just speed it up and I'll see ya when something important happens. So we didn't really have to wait that long, but in the meantime, Saudi Arabia and India just died. India just died. Saudi Arabia died. The colonies over here even more connected. South China is really big. Australia has all of Australia now. And now we're down to like the final 12. So yeah. As soon as I time lapse it or whatever, it speeds up. So maybe I just time lapse it again, or I feel like that'd be a waste. But I'm getting too impatient. So I'm really mad if Iceland's gone, right? I'm sorry if you're Icelandic. So yeah. Yeah, we still have like 11 countries, and there's about 3,100 years in, so we're definitely gonna have to speed this up again. And boom, we're back. The year is about 3,200, and the board's probably changed a lot since the last recording. I don't remember what happened, but the main thing here is the border's changed a lot, or not that much. I don't know, but the French Empire is really close to connecting all the colonies. They just need to get Indonesia and the Maldives out of the way, and they've connected everything. They're even about to be connected down here as well. So, yeah. If the Maldives are gone, they can definitely connect their empires. Like, all of them. It would take a lot to do that. We can see if I have them attack the Maldives after they're done fighting Russia. Boom. We're gonna unlock that. Forgot it was locked. It hasn't been locked for that long though. There's still South Africa here, which is very strange. I do not know how they survived through all that. It's very weird, but we gotta start wrapping the video up because we're around 25 minutes. And I know some of y'all's attention spans aren't that long, so if you made it to here, good job. Congratulations. I definitely don't think I could make it this far into something like this, because I don't exactly love this type of content, but I do enjoy it. So if you enjoy this type of content, then show support, I guess. But the Maldives are about to be out of the way, and Russia is attacking. That's better. The Maldives are fighting back, but at the same time, they just lost a ton of land there. We're so close to connecting all the colonies in so many spots. Right here, and right here, we connect these two colonies, and right here. So at this point, we just have the South Chinese colony. I guess it was that already, but the South Asian colony, sorry. And then we have the Australian colony fully. Down to 11 countries, so here's what we're gonna do. Well, I didn't do that, I did that on its own. We're gonna delete the smallest nation, being Indonesia. I'm sorry, goodbye. Strange, I've really only deleted the Philippines and then Indonesia, US mainly Philippines, so. But now that they're gone, we're even closer to connecting everywhere up. And we just did, that's insane. We just connected these two colonies up. Russia's trying to stop that. We're not gonna let them. They didn't really like to fight that area. So now that these two colonies are connected, we need to connect the rest of them. We're so close, actually. But these two, well, actually, they are technically connected for the Philippines. So yeah, their colonies are connected, which is an insane day. You know what? We had them annex the Maldives, so we're gonna leave them alone for a bit. We're not gonna help them out too much, or even at all. But yeah, they're about 50,000 pixels right now. And they're about to hit it too. So they have all of Europe for sure by now. Besides like some Iceland. That's pretty much it. They have almost all of Australia and like Oceania. A lot of Asia, probably about half of Asia. Almost all of Africa. And they haven't really touched the Americas yet. So if someone comes out of the Americas winning, and like they have Russia, I can see everybody, like if we're not counting the French Empire, everybody else taking on the French Empire and winning. I can see that. I can definitely see that. In fact, I'm going to save this map so maybe I can play this later. Okay, I saved it. Okay, yeah, okay, we just lost a ton of pixels there. We need to get that out of the way. Okay, yeah, okay, I had help. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it again. I swear. For a little bit, maybe. See, I'm gonna counter buff. Maybe like this. Those are good borders. I'll accept that. Okay, South Africa is about to die here. About 600 pixels, and I think, yeah, we should probably delete them. I'm doing it. We're not going to actually even delete them. Well, it'd be more fair if we deleted them. So, I almost deleted the French Empire. Oh my goodness. Good thing I just saved the game, because if I did, that would have been terrible. We'd have to play the save version again. Now it's Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, USA, Canada, and Russia. And right now, if we're not counting like the water, and Canada just made a landing in Africa. They made a landing in Portugal a while back, but they were kicked out. But aside from that, they have no more oil and land they can fight besides Russia. So they're going to be attacking Russia a lot here probably. But they're going to be attacking everybody else too. But there's nothing else going to happen. So it's like back and forth fighting over the water. Oh my goodness, never mind. What is going on? We're in debt. And we're not even gonna debuff Russia. We're just gonna take all their money away. We're gonna like auto-click this. Butterfly click it. Crippling debt. Yeah, they're just completely kicked off. Brazil's almost gone. Oh, poor Brazil. They're less than 500 pixels by one. And Russia did take back a lot of land there. So, we didn't make it above 50,000 at one point, but now we're about 3,000 pixels away from there. So, we definitely lost a lot from Russia. Right over here, we lost like all that, which we just regained. Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely, this is our best now. Congratulations. Of course, we don't have this, and we don't have the French Colonial, which we originally started with. Wait. That says the rifle owner, but I don't know about that. The official rifle owner is France. I guess that just means if like it's like being conquered. Like if it was under attack, like here. Rifle owner, United States, yeah. Even though it's in their land. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, I've never played around with that before. Let's see what this does. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, France And they're doing nothing. Well, but besides making landing in Brazil to try to take back the land that Argentina has. Okay. Yeah, see ya, Brazil. Hey, France did make a landing, so that's cool. So USA has some of Russia now. The United States is the smallest country at the current time, but they are kind of trading with Mexico a bit here, to where, yeah, they do have more than Mexico now, which doesn't look accurate, but it is, which is kind of weird. Russia is starting to collapse a little bit more now. Looks like Canada should beat them. Canada is doing amazing, actually. They have been bigger at 17,000 pixels. Maybe they had more of the United States where they're currently at right now. So the East Coast United States, more of that. And yeah, they just lost a ton of land there in the north, cut off from their south over here. So Mexico has access to the Hudson Bay, which is crazy. Mexico's trying to pull themselves out, and they just did. The United States is kind of trying to take over all Mexico, so now there's this little long sliver. All this land is being taken, as you can see. It's been traded back and forth. Oh, they're all three at war. Mexico's at war with both of them, and they're both at war with Mexico, but not with each other. Oh my. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Russia is doing something weird where they have some land over here, and like Xinjiang, but that's like the farthest south point they have besides like over here in Japan. They're basically collapsed by now. Their capital's in Japan right now, and then it's like Japan and Siberia. That's basically what Russia is right now. Like two parts. There's like the Japanese area down here, and there's the Siberian area, and then there's Xinjiang. We're down to 6 countries now. So it's like Argentina, the North American Brawl, which is still going on actually. I talked about how they barely made it to 3,000. Like they wouldn't be able to make it to 3,000 last time. And surviving the whole time is insane. And they're all pretty evenly matched. So that's for like Canada, who's I feel like up a bit above them. Never mind, they're about the same by now. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah. Yeah, they're deep fried. They're so fried. Oh, so Canada made a landing back onto Portugal. French Empire is taking over most of Russia by this point. Zooming out a little bit here. You can see what's happening from a bigger standpoint. The North American brawl that's going on. Argentina's just going to sneak in there and slowly grab more and more Mexico. Who at this point is really weak. And I kind of don't want to lead them, but I might have to. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Well, if they can keep afloat above 2,000, when they get back to 2,000, yeah, we're going to have to beat them. See ya, Mexico. You survived a long time. Top 6. That's crazy. By this point, France is probably in their like 5th colonial empire. They've beheaded like 50 of their past kings at this point. From like, I don't even know how many they're at now. Guillotine them all. Maybe they'll be like the Netherlands and they'll eat them. I don't know. But it looks like the United States will be the next to go. Still have a lot of land though. Okay, Russia just died. That was crazy. The United States is still hanging on there a little bit. They're barely above 5,000. But now they have a border with the second French Colonial Empire, who has all of Africa, all of Europe, basically all of Asia, besides like the tip of Siberia, And nobody have any of. They don't actually have any at all of this area over here. Oh, wait, they do have a little piece of South America right here. Who knows how long they'll last. But yeah, I think we delete the United States now. Yeah, they were just taking some more territory there at the very end, but we just have to delete them because it's getting too long. Okay, Mexico is now owned by the French Colonial Empire. And they did have like one of their leaders there for a bit, I think. Remember that? You wouldn't remember that, but I don't know who I think I'm talking to, but pretty sure they installed one of their leaders like there during Napoleonic times, and it was there for a while. I remember learning about that somewhere, actually in school, actually. Yeah, the French Colonial Empire has like all of Siberia now. That's for a teeny tiny little piece owned by Canada over here, and a little tiny piece over here. So now it's South America, North America versus Europe, Africa, Asia, which are already the same, plus Australia, so that just adds into there. They basically own the Indian and the Pacific Ocean, the North Ocean, half of the North Ocean, half or over half the South Ocean, probably a little bit less than half of the Atlantic. Yeah, probably a little bit less than half. But yeah, it's getting too lengthy. When was it? Year 4,000. So even though Argentina's really big, we're leading them too. And Canada's going to sneak in there and try to grab a lot of that, but ultimately most of it is going to go over to the French Colonial Empire. But at this point, we're just going to have them in it. So there we go. The French Colonial Empire, the second French Colonial Empire, has just won the video. Yes, indeed. And well, if you liked today's video, there's gonna be more like it this week, or in the next few weeks. There's gonna be, I think, for the next 6 uploads, half of them are gonna be videos like this. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, show your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.